Good morning. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, so I've been trying to ease myself back into getting all of my stuff done for both my full-time job and with authoring stuff at the same time. And I worked on Project TF a little bit while I was gone, but I'm kind of at that point now where I'm like, I really need to make the push to actually finish this book. Like, it's taken me a lot longer than I expected, which again, I had the original goal of April 17th for the finish of the first draft, but obviously that didn't happen as it's now June and I'm not even close to that. But I had set these goals and stuff like that because I'm trying to figure out how long it actually realistically takes me. So I feel like once I actually finish Project TF, I'll have a better estimate going forward for the rest of my books and that kind of thing. So for today, we're going to work on Project TF. I'm at the point now where basically I finished the big confession scene. I finished the first love scene, which was nice and spicy, but I definitely do need to revisit it at some point because I definitely want to add some more stuff to that. Yay. But I'm now at kind of like the post of that, like post all of that. And they're now on, I haven't talked too terribly much about some of the aspects of the book. It's a workplace romance, I'm gonna say. So now they're doing this, I don't know how to say it without just like outright telling you, but I mean, screw it. Okay. So it's two tornado chasers and there's a whole, I'm not going to tell you exactly the circumstances of it, but it's these two tornado chasers who fight shenanigans, but all of this has happened and now I'm leading into they're going on another chase and it's going to be another one of those like bigger action sequences, I guess, which action sequences are always a little tricky for me because I'm not exactly sure how do I put it? I don't know exactly how to balance the action and the dialogue and all that kind of stuff without it sounding like too bogged down or too quick or whatnot. So I've been having fun writing these scenes, but like finding that balance has been a little bit more on the tricky side just because I haven't done anything this action intense before. So for today, we're going to work on Project TF for a little while and we're going to see basically how things go. My new goal, which again, I keep blowing past all the goals I've set before, but my current goal is to have this version of Project TF done by the end of this month, which is now June. So fingers crossed on that. But the other thing I'm going to be working on today is I really want to resume the first draft of Project WICL, which is my murder mystery that I was working on before I kind of put it on pause for some of the more romancy stuff. Luna is crinkling some paper in the background. Luna, cut it out, baby. So I really want to get that started back up again. So I'm not going to go like full tilt all the way. We're going to do both at the same time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start reading through what I had written for I think I was up to, what was it? Chapter 7. So I was up to about chapter 7 when I put pause on that project. So what I'm going to do starting today is I'm going to basically go, Luna's got the zoomies in the background. What I'm going to do is work on Project TF as much as I can. And if I feel like I just can't really write anymore at the moment, I'm gonna go back to Project WICL and just start reading through what I had written, if that makes sense. So that way I can at least like acclimatize, if that's the right word, if I can kind of get myself back into the story a little bit. So that way, once I do finish Project TF, it'll be a little bit more easy for me to kind of slide back into that mindset. So that one was a lot more outlined than Project TF was. So I feel like I'll have a slightly easier time with getting back into Project WICL because that, again, because it's a murder mystery, I had to outline those details a lot more succinctly than I did for the romance. So fingers crossed, that's the goal for today. So let's get started. Hello, I'm taking a quick break and having some coffee, which I hate showing you guys when I'm drinking coffee because for some reason every mug that I own makes it look like I'm drinking just absolute sludge, just like It's all over the place. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about chapters and scenes and stuff like that, because I recently came to the conclusion that like I'm putting chapters together before I should be, if that makes sense. So like I'll have a chapter and I've outlined and I'll write it, and then I hate how it's like sequenced in the chapter, and then I end up picking it and moving it all over the place. So what I've started to do with, you know, the ending or the last, I'd say quarter of Project TF is I basically took all of the scenes I had left and just put them in like one big bulk, like in order of where I think they should go right now. So that way, while I'm writing it, I can like reorder it if I need to. And then after I finish, I can, like when I say finish, I mean like when I finish writing the first draft, I can then kind of quickly go back and slot them into what I think the chapter should be, which I don't know if that's like the best method. You guys will have to let me know. Other writers, you have to let me know if that's how you do the chapters and scenes and stuff like that, because like I think my problem has been like, again, I'm starting to go from pantsing a book to plotting, and I'm still in that like that like weird transition period, if that makes sense. So like I haven't found like the perfect method to do all of this. So like I'll start with like a general outline, at least for this one it was like a general outline, and then once I start writing, the story kind of picks up from there and takes a life of its own. So I'll have everything lined up where I think it should be, but then when I'm writing it, it ends up in like different places, or like the sequence just doesn't make sense where I originally had it. So like I think I've temporarily solved it with like just bucket dumping all of like each scene. So like I'll have like a little, like on Scrivener, I have basically like this little, a new text. So I'll add like a new little text card or whatnot for each scene. And then just, I've dumped it into like a general folder. So that way I have everything in one location and I can like visually see, because I'll put like titles on all of them. So I know like at a quick glance what each scene is supposed to be. So that's what I've started doing for this. And I think it's going to start working, because I'm already starting to see like, okay, well, I can visually see where everything goes and the progression and all of that. So like, fingers crossed that that continues up for the ending, and it'll help me get to the end more quickly, but we shall see. So yeah, taking a break, having some coffee, and then I'll get back to writing a little bit for Project TF before I switch over to doing some review and reading for Project WICL. Just came down to make some lunch as I am hungry, and I'm gonna make myself some avocado toast and go from there. So let's make some toast. I didn't used to like avocado because I'm a big texture person, so like the texture is like too mushy for me. But I found that if I mush it enough to where it's like basically almost like baby food, it's pretty palatable to me. So I have my little avocado here, and I'm gonna show you how I make my avocado toast. So and no, don't judge me for my lack of cutting of the avocado, because again, I don't make avocado toast that often. But I've got 2 pieces of toast, so I'm going to do half of an avocado, and I'm going to put the other one away so that I can have it for later. And I'm doing it this way again because, as I mentioned before, I'm on a bit of a health journey, so I'm trying to eat better, exercise more, and all that kind of stuff. But I have been ill, as I've mentioned before, so I'm trying to like get back into the swing of things. So And that's my toast coming out of the oven. That I like putting lemon juice on. I just have this because we went to Costco, so that's what I'll be putting in there. But get my avocado. I'm just gonna scoop it all in there. These are so perfectly ripe right now. Oh my God, I'm so happy. And then I'll start mushing it up a bit, which again, I have to basically make it into mush. Otherwise, my sensitive little taste buds just don't like it. My nutritionist suggested that I cook an egg and put it on top, but I honestly just don't have the time for that right now, so just the avocado it is. So it's about this consistency right now, which I think this is pretty good. Maybe a little bit, maybe a teensy bit more mushing. It's basically like guacamole almost at this point. So did that. I've got this from Costco. It's this like salt, pepper, and garlic blend. So I'm gonna dump some of that in here. And then I pour some lemon juice in there because I like my avocado kind of acidic-y. I love that like citrusy taste. So that. And then I've got my 2 slices of bread from my toaster oven. We just recently started using the Dave's Killer bread, which has been really great. So I'll take avocado and I just start gooping it on, so to speak. I try to get it evenly on both slices because I find that if it's too much avocado, it just kind of doesn't taste super great to me. So I make sure I get a nice even little spread between the two, which is also why I only use half an avocado instead of a whole one, because I find that's just way too much on there. I'm trying to slowly increase my tolerance to certain textures like avocado and that kind of thing, but there's just certain textures I can't do. Like, does anybody else I can't stand the texture of like that mealy texture, so like applesauce kind of thing. I have always been that way. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but like I just can't do mealy textures. Okay, and I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here for this. And I like mine pretty simple, so I only just put some like red pepper flakes on the top to give it a little bit of a kick. But I'm also a white girl, so I don't like too much. But for these, for some reason, I love it. There we go. So this is my end result right now. I'm also, because it's just these 2 slices with like half an avocado, I'm also going to get just a little cup of cottage cheese so that I have enough protein between all of this. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go, I keep trying to do this so I can see my face. This is kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna get all my stuff, gonna get my little thing of cottage cheese to go with this. I'm gonna spice that up a little bit so that it's not so bland. I'm gonna go upstairs, have my lunch, and then we're gonna kick over to Project WICL for a little bit. So stay tuned for that. So I've got my avocado toast, cottage cheese, a banana for some potassium, and I've got my water right here. So we're ready to go. All right, so I finished up for today with Project TF. I think I'm satisfied with where I've concluded for right now. I got about 1,300 words in, which I'm pretty satisfied with. I'd hope for maybe a little bit more, but like, again, just easing back into it, I'm pretty happy with just slightly over the 1,300 word count mark, I guess. So now I'm going to move over to reviewing what I'd written for Project WICL, just to go through what I've written before and see where I was in the story. I think for the next little bit, I think part of my routine, which has been, again, I'm pretty sure I've explained this before, but I have been doing it with my writing stuff because, again, I work full time. I have scheduled days where around certain work activities, obviously, I try to do my author stuff. So I'll have like a certain day where it's a social media day where I work on social media stuff, or a writing day or an editing day and that kind of thing. And I think what I'm coming across is I'm not having enough writing days. So like stuff like this is a perfect example with Project TF, where it's just taking a lot longer because I'm not writing every single day to work on it. So I think I need to rethink how I do my schedule a little bit and see if I can do major tasks, like again, like the social media and stuff like that, but have like at least a little chunk of time where it's designated to just writing. I think that might help because I'm feeling like I'm pivoting in and out of like a writer mindset too much, and it's kind of throwing me off. So definitely I'm going to try that here within the next week or two, probably try to start adding that kind of time in. But for now, again, we're switching and we're going through Project WICL. So let's hop to that. I just wanted to quickly say that I have this playlist that I made for Project WICL, which is, again, a murder mystery. So this is such a vibe right now.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Tell me why.
In answer to the previous question I asked of him, what did he want? This is what he wanted. He's such a baby. Yeah, I can't get as much work done when he's like this, but I'm his mother. I have to do what he wants, apparently. Okay, so cuddle time escalated, and little man wanted to cuddle in bed. Him, not me. Definitely not me. Him only. So taking a bit of a break while I cuddle with him, and I'll try to get back to writing today. If not, I'll probably work on some PR stuff I need to do for the pen name project or some other social media stuff. I don't know yet, but if I do, I'll cut to that here in a second. So in the meantime, I'm going to cuddle with my cat because I can.
Hello. Okay. So I'm switching to this audio setup right now, which computer, if you don't mind, thank you. I'm switching to this setup to do this segment of this little vlog that I'm doing for this because it's a lot easier to do it this way so I can show you what I'm working on as opposed to like having to move back and forth between shooting with the camera and shooting with it, because I don't have like a fancy camera setup right now. It's literally like I'm using my web camera, which is like I use for like Zoom meetings and that kind of thing. So like that's what this camera is up here, and then I have my phone for the rest. So like I don't have a fancy camera setup right now, so everything else has to be kind of shimmied around. Anyway, so for this I thought I would show you a little bit of like, I guess, some of the behind the scenes stuff of the PR stuff. So I mentioned that just a moment ago in the clip you probably saw before this of me working on some of the PR. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of that so you have an idea what I mean when I say that, and we'll go from there. So I'm not going to be staring at my camera a lot because camera here, the thing I'm looking at, the screen that you're seeing is over here. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like pivoting. So oh my god, I'm just realizing my hair looks crazy with it like this. I'm having a great day. I don't feel great still, so like I'm just having a fantastic day. So anyway, let's keep going. So this is my little folder that I made for PMP marketing. So for pen name project, I just abbreviate to PMP. So a lot of the marketing, like the social media kind of stuff, like I don't have anybody else to help me with this stuff, so I have to create all of this stuff on my own. So I have folders to try to help me organize everything on here. And this is just one kind of subsection folder that I've created, which is specifically for pen name project stuff. So I wanted to have like a little place to keep all of that in one place. So this is the overall folder. I'm not afraid to show you this because most of this I've already posted. So like just little like social media posts, a lot of videos, some Instagram posts, that kind of thing for advertising for it. I still have a lot to create as we come up to the actual release date and beyond, but this is what I have so far. What I really wanted to show you is the PR that I'm working on for the pen name project. So I've got a couple of things that I'm working on that I'm still trying to figure out. What I really want to do is I want to create like a PR box. Like I can't afford to do like a bunch of them, but I wanted to do like little PR boxes, at least for like a couple of people that I'm close with or whatnot who I want to send it to. And then I also wanted to create a couple more in addition to that I can send to like you guys or to anybody else who might be interested in getting like a little PR box for me. So I've been working on getting material together for that and coming up with ideas. I'm still in the midst of that because again, the PR boxes for this won't be until much later this year probably, but I wanted to go ahead and start like prepping for that. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you some of the ideas that I've had and have been working on. So I have 2 different kinds of bookmarks. Well, actually I have 3 that I have, but I don't know which one's my favorite. So let me know in the comments which of these 3 you guys like, because I have ones that the one I personally think is my favorite, but I don't know if it's one that you guys would like. So let me know in the comments which one's your favorite that I'm about to show you. So this is the first one, which is like a movie ticket. I thought this was really cute because there is a scene in the book where they go to see they go to see a movie and they go to the movie theater. So I thought it would be a cute little, not only just like a thing that's actually in the book, but just like a general bookmark that I can include in this PR box. So I can't, I'm going to have to bleep this out because I don't know if this is the final date or not. So I have to remember to do that. But this is just the general bookmark. It's got the name on it. It's going to have the date on it when it is supposed to be released. And then I included the character art that I showed in another video for the release of the book, the book cover itself. But I have these 2 that I put on here, which I thought would be really cute. And then kind of the tagline for the book, which is when romance needs a little research. So this is bookmark number 1 that I really like. Let's go back here. And then bookmark number 2 that I've been working on and trying to like get some ideas and figure out how to do is this one's a little bit more generic. So this one's like a quote from the book, which is like the big lead up, which is in the early on in the book. And I mean, it's not really a spoiler because I've already talked about some of the tropes that are in this book. So it's just, Samantha McMillian, will you fake date me? And that is a quote in the book. So I thought it'd be cute to have that with Charlie's little character art. And then down here is the book or the book cover. This is the QR code for my author website to the direct link to the pen name project page, which is active now. So if you guys want to check that out, that is down in the description as well. I also included some of my social media handles. So this is This is bookmark number 2. And then the final one, which I have 2 different variations of it, but I'm going to show you just one of them, is this. This is just a, you had me at fake dating. I thought it would be really cute to do like the specific tropes in the book. So you had me at fake dating, you had me at friends to lovers, you had me at forced proximity and that kind of thing. And so I have a couple different variations of this specific one that I'm working on, but this is just the fake dating one, which is, I think is really cute. And then it's also, the back of it will also still have like the book cover, some social media handles, and the QR code again. So that's currently what I have for that. I have so how let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So with a lot of books and like indie authors, they'll include like a card. So like something like this, for example, this is one I got when I went to I think it was the Tempted and Tantalizing author event. I can't remember which one. It was either that one or the one I went to before. I can't remember which one. Anyway, so this is an example of like an author PR card. So I wanted to do something kind of like this. Here's another example. So just very simple, very fun, but it gives you an example of like, it's a card that you can give out to people and have either in a PR package. A lot of indie authors, they will, a lot of indie authors will include it in like when they go to an event. So like, again, like one of the author signing events I went to, they'll bring those cards with them so that way people can take them. So even if they don't buy the book necessarily right on the spot, they can take that card and it'll have all the information that they need in order to make that purchase later. But in terms of a PR box, I would still include something similar to that, so that way people have that as well. So I have these ideas here. I don't really have much in here right now, because these are just basically placeholders, because I don't know how to make a PR card, if I'm quite honest. So that's just one where I'm trying to figure out the logistics and like what exactly I want to include on a PR card. So that's what I have right now. And again, I wanted to show you just kind of like a sneak peek of what kinds of things I'm working on for the PR right now, because that's what I'm working on at this moment after I finish cuddling with my cat. So I'm going to continue working on this for a little bit longer. And my husband went to the gym a little bit ago to do our workout because I'm still sick. He's fine. I'm still sick. So I opted to stay home and get some rest and get some work done. Clearly still sick. So I'm going to keep working and getting some more stuff done, and then he's going to get home and we'll do some dinner, and I might continue the vlog after that. If not, I'll see you later. If so, on to the next clip, I guess.
No other work could get done because somebody has been extra clingy since we've been back from our vacation. And I was realizing earlier that you guys you've definitely seen the cats in the background, but I've never formally introduced you to them. So I thought I would take this moment. This is Link. He's my baby boy. He is a very needy baby. We never call him Link though, even though his name is Link. We never call him that because his name is actually Bubba or Muffin. Don't know why. Just look at him. He looks like a Bubba or a Muffin, doesn't he? Say yes, I do. I look like a Bubba. So he is our son. So this is our boy cat. And then Luna, who you've definitely seen, is over there in the corner, which I don't know if she wants to say hi right now. If she does, I'll put a clip of that on the screen right now. Maybe she's coming. Come say hi. Come here, girl. Come here. Oh, now she doesn't want to do it because I'm watching her. She'll do this throughout the day. If I ignore her long enough, she might just do it on her own. But if I'm doing something over here, she usually just kind of walks across my desk without a single crap to give. So yeah. Oh, yep. Nope. Here she comes. So this is Luna, our little girl. And they're both about 6 years old right now. We got them when they were kittens, so they've grown up with us. So they're very attached. So I thought I would just take this little moment of this vlog to introduce you formally to both of the babies. So say hi. Say hi, baby. So I was editing the vlog that you're probably watching right now and was gonna post it as it is, but I got a notification that I got a special surprise in my mailbox, so let's go check it out. Package secure with some other mail, but it is truly, oh my god, it is truly summer here in North Carolina. It is hot as crap and muggy. All right, package is secured. I had to sit under the fan for a minute because, oh my god, it is hot here. So I wanted to get my reaction to opening this up and taking a look. So let's see how it turned out. This is the, oh my god. It's so nice. Oh my god. Oh my god, it looks even better than I thought it would. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Look at it. I finally have the author copy. Ah! I've been literally waiting for this so that I can do some quick look-throughs just to make sure everything is looking good. So once I do that, then I can finally start confirming the release date. And I'm so excited. I could literally cry right now, but I'm not going to because I hate crying in general. Oh my God. Like, oh, look at the strap. Look at the spine. Like even the spine looks so cute. Like it turned out so well. Oh my God. Oh. So I had some issues with some of the story has like text messages between Sam and Charlie, and I wasn't sure if they were going to look okay, but I think they turned out okay. I'll have to go through because I had to make some last minute changes to some of them because they didn't format correctly the first time I uploaded it. But I could scream. Ah. Again, I was literally in the middle of editing the video you're now watching, and I got a notification from my mail carrier that was basically like, hey, your package has arrived. And I knew exactly, it was the only package I have been waiting on. So I knew exactly what it was. So I was like, okay, let me run and grab it real quick and do my little filming for it because I really wanted to show you guys the author copy. And I'm so happy with how, like, look how pretty it looks. Like, it's so pretty. I could literally cry. Oh my God. Like literally everything. Like I'm just going to continue gushing if I continue on, but yeah, this is the end of the video now officially. So I will hopefully my next video or two, hopefully I will be able to announce the full release date for you guys. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video.